What's up, guys? Welcome back to an all-new episode of Lay It Omni, the show where you guys give me general gaming news and topics to talk about, and I, in return, lay it on you. Today, we're talking Smash. You know why we're talking Smash. If you didn't wander off into the desert, fall asleep, get attacked by hyenas, wake up in the morning, crawl directly to your room, and watch this video before applying first aid to your hyena wounds, then there is no chance that you are not aware of the events that transpired yesterday. Smash for the Switch was announced, and as hype as it is, we're gonna play it cool in this video, okay? You know how it works here in this series. The hype train is real, but we gotta pace ourselves if we're gonna make it the rest of the year. So let's relax, let's calm down and just, go at our own pace. Now, with the game's announcement, there's a lot to talk about, my dudes. The biggest thing on my mind, and probably yours, however, is, wow, 2 Omni videos in one day. Yeah, that's actually happening. But the other thing that's on your mind is whether or not we'll see additional characters added to the roster, and who will those characters be. It's kind of crazy since Smash 4 already has like a bajillion characters, so adding more on top of the already monumental number seems pretty freaking insane, but it could happen. So without further ado, let's just sit back, relax, because I'm going to give you guys my top 10 characters that I think will most likely appear on Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch. Number 1, Inklings. Duh, this is a no-brainer. You sync them at the end of the trailer. There's no way Nintendo is going to be like, yeah, we just put the Inklings there with the Smash guys just to fuck with you. There's really no reason not to include them. They're pretty cool by design, and given their large access to many kinds of weapons in their respective games, it'd be pretty easy to give them their own unique move list in Smash. I'm just hoping that there's like a roller or a paintbrush. That's one of the 2 weapons that everybody hates. I hope it ends up just being in Smash and ends up being overpowered. That would be hilarious. But I think these guys would make a great addition. Most likely, I think they'll end up being one character where you can just change the gender, or I guess in this case it's like the species or something like that. But yeah. Number 2, Mario from Super Mario Odyssey. This too is a bit of a lead based on the trailer. If you guys notice, one of the mysterious figures that appear to look at the Inklings is in fact Mario, but his face is kind of blacked out a bit, it's kind of grayed out. I can't see any other reason for that except to maybe possibly hide features on his face that could lead us to believe that he's wearing Cappy, aka he is Mario from Mario Odyssey form. If you played the game, you'll see that it is perfect. He can wear like 50 different alternate costumes already that were shown from the game, and have access to completely different new movesets, like throwing Cappy at the player and just capturing them, or somehow, I don't know. The potential is definitely there. I don't think that Odyssey Mario would just be an alternate DLC costumes. In my opinion, that would be a waste. Number 3, Link from Breath of the Wild. Now, the other and final shadowy figure that we clearly see in the trailer is, well, Link. Again, much similar to Super Mario Odyssey, the same applies to Link. He has a completely different moveset, weapons, style of play. He's got the, the hanging gliding thingy majig that allows him to kind of like, glide everywhere. There are so many tools at Breath of the Wild Link's disposal, on top of the cosmetic changes that would justify creating a new Link, in my opinion. I think it would be just extremely funny and extremely necessary for his Smash Ball Super, or whatever you want to call it, to be him cooking his opponents in this stew, being like, that would be godlike. Number 4, Pichu. Okay, look, I think they're going to do it. Some of you might probably listen to this and be like, Omni, what the hell are you thinking? But I think that they might do it. Even though he's not relevant to any of the new Pokemon games, I think there's a very strong chance that we'll see him. Pichu is the only character from Melee that has been left behind in the entire Smash series. When I'm referring to Melee, just Melee. And when you got a roster this big, why not just, bring them all home? Just make the family complete. I know it seems kind of left field, and I don't think a lot of people expect it, but I think people would be equally as hyped, because anything Pikachu related nowadays is just heavily welcomed. So I think there is a good chance that we could see Pichu coming down the pipeline for Smash, just so that we can have the entire roster. Number 5, Ice Climbers. Now, there are a few characters that were left behind in Brawl as well. I think Ice Climbers could easily make the return. If I recall, Sakurai may have mentioned something. I'm pretty like 99% sure that they omitted Ice Climbers from Smash 4 originally due to, was it lack of hardware support for the 3DS? Like apparently the 3DS system was not powerful enough to handle the Ice Climbers because they're so complex. And it was just two characters in one who had delayed movesets. I don't know, it sounds really dumb, but I feel like enough time has come around for them to make the 3DS much more powerful than it was 3 years ago. So they could make it work. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Ice Climbers given their reputation in Brawl, but it would be fun to see how they would shake up the meta, especially if they were given their infinite chain grab. I honestly believe the salt would be so delicious. The only problem is that in Smash 4, we don't really have somebody who is, no, we do. I was about to say we don't have somebody who could really just like destroy Ice Climbers as well as Brawl Meta Knight, but you know, actually Bayonetta would be a really good, you know, probably counter to them if it was kind of similar in that fashion. So yeah. All right, so we're halfway there. Number 6, Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now, this is an easy shoe-in. We got Shulk from the previous Xenoblade Chronicles. It would be very simple to have a cutscene where Shulk is like, I'm really feeling it. And Rex comes in and he's like, I like your attitude. You'd understand that if you play. That's just what Rex says. It's just he's a goofball. He's the main protagonist from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and just like Shulk, plays a pivotal role for saving the world in their respective game. While Shulk relied on the powers of the Monado, we would see Rex rely on the powers of his blades, specifically Pyra and Mithra. I think it'd also be fun to get a bit of Nia action there too, if they can somehow fit that in, because I love me some Nia. Oh yeah, and obligatory "Don't Forget Me" meme has been entered right here. Number 7, Wolf. Hashtag free Wolf. He needs to come home, my boys. Wolf is, I don't know, man. I feel like, guys, he was a shoe-in. He's the villain of the Star Fox series, and I get that the series hasn't been given the proper treatment it should have received. Nintendo's kind of flubbing in this IP, similar to how they did with Super Metroid, but after Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, I have some faith that they will restore our furry friend to his former glory and make him the Vegeta to Fox's Goku that we all deserve. Plus, you know, more importantly, we would be able to save Etika's nutsack, so there's that. Number 8, Snake. Now, I know what you're thinking. There is so many issues with Snake and Metal Gear and Hideo Kojima and all the drama that went down and them separating. If you don't know what happened a year or two ago, Konami basically parted ways with Hideo Kojima. And when I mean parted ways, they let him go, as if Hideo Kojima isn't the genius that built Konami up to the point where they are. So now Konami is doing stupid shit with the Metal Gear IP, and it's pretty much going to tank. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Smash is, you know, different. They're gonna work some kind of magic somehow, some way, to bring Snake to the game. I feel like Snake, outside of Smash 4, Mewtwo, and Brawl Sonic, was one of the hypest announcements of the character roster, just because the guy was so out of place. Like, he still is. He has goofy hitboxes, his double jumps, his movements, they're wacky, and yet Nintendo kind of made him blend in somehow, some way. I want that for Smash 4, and I believe that can happen. Number 9, Waluigi and Daisy. Now, alright, I say these two together, even though, you know, they're two separate characters, but I say them together because I don't think we'll see one without the other. As you guys might know, they'll be starring in the new Mario Tennis Aces game, and Nintendo has done a great job at solidifying their personalities and character traits over the years. Of course, Waluigi is, you know, overshadowed by Wario, similar to how Daisy is overshadowed by Peach, but I think it's very possible to see them in the new Smash 4, given how much their personalities have developed and changed, and they've just become very unique entities. I want to see it happen. I think it's about damn time, especially Waluigi, because that nigga is just overall a hella goofy. Like, just come on, think of the possibilities of what you can do with this man's movesets. Like, it's just basically a tall, lanky Wario. It would be godlike. And finally, last but not least, number 10, Sans from Undertale. Y'all think this is a joke, but I'm not playing with y'all. First of all, Undertale is still one of the best games that I have played in the past few years. I don't care what people say. People like to give this game so much shit because of the stupid community behind it, but I will stand and defend this game for life, because there are only a few games that I've played in my life that have truly moved me, and this is 100% one of them. But it's not just because I want Sans, but more so because of the fact that Undertale will soon be available on the Switch, which is news in itself. I could have made an entire video on just that. Like, you guys have no idea how happy I am to know that I have a pocket Undertale with me at all times. It also makes, sharing this game with friends who don't even have PCs or don't play PC games much easier. It'll be really cool. But yeah, Sans and Smash, it can happen. And if it did, I think it would blow the gaming world into pieces. I don't think we would be able to handle it. And I think Sans and Smash would be the biggest character reveal in Smash history if it were to happen, which means it should. I mean, if I were Toby Fox and at the same time I was also whoever decided what characters make into the roster, I'd be like, hey, I'm both these people and this is gonna happen. I mean, imagine Sans having any interaction with any character and be like, oh my gosh, from the Smash roster, it would be hilarious because he'd be cutting jokes on them nonstop, being his goofy self, and I'd pretty much have a nerdgasm if Sans even briefly looked in Ness's direction. So yeah, I need this, and if you don't think you need this, you do. You just don't know it yet. Anyway, guys, that's the top 10 characters that will most likely appear in Smash 4, in my opinion, and the end of this episode of Lay It Omni. You've just been laid. What do you guys think? Agree or disagree? If so, what characters from my list do you see being the most probable, and which characters do you think I'm perhaps missing? I'm curious. If they're gonna have another Smash ballot, oh God, oh my God, that would be just thinking about the potential future hype for this game is scaring me but exciting me at the same time. Like, guys, Smash is back. We're in for a ride this year. So, whatever you're doing right now, get your games finished, complete your backlog of games while you still can, because once Smash is here, bro, like, everything else is just going to become second best. Anyway, guys, do me a favor. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Definitely stay tuned for more Smash news because I'm going to be all up in it. Oh my God, I'm so happy. This is a good week. This is going to be a good year. I can feel it. 2017 was the year of gaming, and 2018 is going to be the year of Smash. Plus, other games. I love you guys. Have an awesome day.